Hi guys, it's Ray here from City Fan TV and an exciting night of Continental Cup action. We are bringing you our first ever Continental Cup show review. 4 games have finished. I think the remainder are still playing out. And we had 2 games this afternoon where Spurs or Tottenham beat London City Lionesses by 4-0. Liverpool beat arch rivals Manchester United by 3-1. And we've just seen the finish of Manchester City 3, Everton 1. And Chelsea have beaten Arsenal by 4-1. Other games are still ongoing. It's very difficult to get up to date scores. I did try. I know people have had quite a few gripes about the Continental Cup. People are unhappy about the way they're not being able to watch games. A lot of Chelsea fans, Arsenal fans, Chelsea fans are extremely unhappy. I've seen it all through the last couple of days where they have not been able to watch their team play. The league title winners. Okay, the league title winners, and you can't see your team play. They beat Arsenal by 4-1 tonight. Hopefully, they're trying to get it sorted out, so that they can watch the remaining 2 games in the group stage somehow. At least at City, I think at United as well, we could watch our games. City's was on the City Player app, or City Plus, I think it is called, which is £1.99 a month. Basically 24 quid a year, which is not too bad. Not too bad to watch some of these games that we wouldn't be able to watch otherwise. But still, it is difficult to keep track on the score. People have complained, have been unhappy. And if you want to watch all the scores at once, what do you do? I went on the BBC's website earlier on, and actually I'd been on the FA Player, or the FA's website, and looking at the results, and they said, I think they said that it was 3-1 to Liverpool. It's not fair enough. I wrote that down in my notes. I went on the BBC's website and said it was 1-1. And I thought, hang on, what's going on here? So I changed me. I thought, all right, maybe the FA, because I did notice some of their stuff was out of date. So I thought, okay, I'll go and have a look to see. I'll change my details, and I went back. Now it's 3-1. And going on the BBC's website, I mean, look, this is BBC's website. 2 scores up there, that's it. The 7 o'clock kickoffs, I mean, I guess Durham women versus Coventry United ladies has finished, been at 7 o'clock kickoff. It's not updated. Obviously, our game has not been up there. And the Chelsea game, I mean, they've only just finished within the last 5 or 6 minutes. But, it just seems, as I said, people have had this cry. It just seems that the powers that be, the FA possibly, and a lot of the BBC aren't that bothered. And the Continental Cup is, basically, it's a forgotten trophy really by the FA, by broadcasters. They're not really interested. I think you only get the final of the Conti Cup and that's it on the telly. Maybe they'll do a bit more this season. I don't know. So I'm just checking on the FA's website and there's nothing. So it is really, really frustrating. And I think the only 2 scores that they've still got up there are the ones from the games that kicked off this afternoon. So it's got to be disappointing, guys. Okay, hey, Cali Spirits, you buddy. We're here to. This is, guys. I'll say hellos and everything else, but we're here to talk about women's football tonight. This is the Continental Cup review show, so we will be talking about women's football. That's it. So hello to everybody. Cobby says Cobby's not happy with Karen Bardsley. He says she was the worst passer on the field. Poor Karen's come back from a long-term injury. It's her first game for ages and ages and ages. I think we can cut her a little bit of slack, Cobby. I think we can cut her a little bit of slack. Cobby says Georgia Stanley is the Raheem of the women's team. And what you're trying to say, Cobby, she misses a lot of chances. Look, she set up the decisive second goal. with a fabulous run. I mean, she turned on the afterburners to get to that ball first, held it up for a second or two. A great pass into Chloe Kelly, who flicked it in as a really, really good goal. I mean, I will give a review. And the whole idea is trying to get fans from other clubs on to contribute. It's a difficult thing trying to get people involved, but we'll see if anybody wants to come on in our first ever Continental Cup review show. Whilst there's nobody from any other clubs, whilst there's nobody, I will actually give you a match report of the Liverpool versus Manchester United game. This is mainly from Chris Shaw. It is from Chris Shaw. Thanks to Chris. If you want to go and check it, but basically Liverpool came from a goal behind. Man United got ahead in the game this afternoon, and Liverpool came back to beat them 3-1. Now you've got to, and it's interesting, to note that Liverpool were relegated last season, and Man United, I think they finished fourth, way off the top three, but they did finish fourth. They spent a bit of money. They got some more good players, and Liverpool from a league below have caused a cup upset. So, this game was played at Prenton Park. You don't get the women's teams generally playing at the men's grounds. Although last season we did it for some of the clubs did it for the odd game or two. Obviously with no fans, it's certainly not going to happen. So Liverpool were playing at Prenton Park. Abby McManus put Man United ahead with a header. Apparently, the Liverpool players were not happy. They said it was offside. Obviously, you can't overrule the referee and linesman as a player, and the goal stood. But they came back strong. Now they got two penalties. I'm not going to talk about penalties, but Rachel Furness strokes on the first penalty before half-time to equalise, and substitute Rinsola Babadje, hopefully I said that right, edged them in front when Jess Clark was tripped. And in the 83rd minute, a header from Furness added icing to the cake for Jepson's team, and they got them 3 points. Now, got to say that group includes Man City and Everton, who played tonight. So, Liverpool off to a flyer in a group that they would have thought it'd have been tough. It should be tough to get through. I mean, you look at it, Everton, top of the league at the moment. Before tonight, they played 5, won 5. They'd let in 1 goal in 5 games. Was it 1 goal? They beaten Chelsea, the league champions, in the FA Cup quarterfinals. They just pumped Aston Villa 6-0 at Aston Villa's place in the last game. So Everton are in really, really good form. So you got Everton, you got Man City, runners up last season, FA Cup winners are in the final of the FA Cup. That's going to be obviously a tough group. And obviously Man United, who finished 4th last season and have strengthened. So all of the group winners are guaranteed to get through. Look, Liverpool have got to be happy. I mean, if you want to go and look at the full report, you can go and do that. The idea is just to give short reports, and that's it. Hopefully, in the future, in the next rounds. I mean, I'll be honest, this was a last-minute decision to do this review show today. It wasn't part of the plan. The plan initially was just to do an Everton Man City review, and that'd be it. But let's go for try and get other people involved. Obviously, it's difficult because other games are still going on. So most of the games are still going on. Some started at 7, some started at 7:30, some at 7:45. And another big problem is people can't watch the games. Chelsea, Arsenal, big game. Top players, world-class players, and you can't watch the game. It's just not been promoted enough. Let's look at some more comments. Cobby's loving supporting the women's team. I'm enjoying it, Cobby. I really am. I do have the same problem with the men's team, where I was watching it on the laptop today, and when you put the screen out, I miss all my notifications as well. So I had to, in the second half, I had to put it down because I'd missed some important stuff. And it's hard to tell who the players are. Sorry, there is a bit of guesswork. I mean, look, it's easy to get people mixed up. And I got Jess Park and Georgie Stanway mixed up. trying to work out who crossed the ball in for the second goal. So it really is hard for me. But, I'm enjoying the games. The quality, you'd like it to improve, but same with, I see some men's games, you want the quality to improve, so it's good stuff. Cobby, I think the Premier League and the FAWSL, that's FA Women's Super League, should partner so that when fans get back, the schedules are coordinated for the men and women's home games, so to be on the same date so fans can watch both. Absolutely, Cobby, absolutely. I mean, I think the way it started this season, they were hoping to go back to games. So I think the women's, if I'm right, the women's only give it the first 2 or 3 games. Because I think they were hoping to do that, hoping to coordinate a little bit with the men's, and they were waiting for the men's schedules to come out to do the rest of the women's games. But unfortunately, obviously we can't go to games. They have to do something, because the one thing I do remember trying to go to games, like if you're a season card holder of both teams, which I am, it's extremely difficult. I went to the Norwich game where Man City men lost 3-2. And that was a 5:30 kickoff. The women's game, that was on a Saturday evening. The women's game was on Sunday, 12 or 1 o'clock at Reading, I think. It was a Reading. And it's really tough if you have to go back to Manchester to come back. I mean, I couldn't do that. The only way I could have done that was to, and I drove from Manchester to Norwich, would be to drive from Norwich to Reading, stay overnight, or even stay overnight in Norwich. But one way or the other, stay overnight in Norwich and drive to Reading in the morning, or drive to Reading and stay overnight there. Watch the game, back to Manchester. It's extremely difficult. And I had my son with me as well, so it just made it, I had to bring him home, because can you imagine a whole weekend away watching football and your homework and, schoolwork? When's the time for that? So it wasn't possible. So they have to work something out, But look, women's football is going to be more popular, so they have to do it at some point soon. Let's, fingers crossed, hope that they do it. I'll just have a quick look on the FA site to see if they're going to update the scores. I'll go on the BBC's as well, but it's a little bit, I've said it's poor. I can't get the results. Who do you give the winner of the player of the match? I'm giving it to Jess Bark. It was between Jess and Chloe. I thought Jess played really well. Chloe played really well. But, Chloe did score a goal. She had a few other good chances. Jess Bark run her heart out. So I've got to give it to Jess. She scored that goal at the end. I think that, for me, sealed the deal for Jess Bark to be player of the match. Let's have a look at the FA. FA still, look, I'm going to have a gripe at the FA. I go on the FA's site, okay, about the Continental League Cup. Let's have a look. Fine, it gives a headline of the three biggest headlines. The Tottenham Lionesses win, the Man United win, that was from this afternoon, and the Continental Cup dates were confirmed. Nothing about Man City, nothing about the Man City Everton game, nothing about Chelsea Arsenal. Okay, they've only finished 15 minutes ago, fair enough. Then you look down for the group tables, and the last season's group tables. So it's not been updated. So it's pretty poor, FA. Come on, sort it out, FA. It's not the way it should be. Well, I was hoping to get an Everton fan, but he's had to go off to work. Peter did the preview with us, but he's had to go to work. So unfortunately, we won't be seeing. I don't think we're going to be seeing him tonight. And I might have a thing from Jenny later on. And guess what? My computer decides this time it wants to freeze. Thank you so much, computer. Maybe I've got too many windows open. I've been trying to find the results, up to date scores and results and stuff. And I think, here we go. I'm back. I don't know for how long. I'm probably frozen totally. Talking for nothing. Don't know if you guys can still hear me. That's Looks like I have frozen. I don't know if you guys can still hear me. I am back. I'm on another machine. Just give me a second while I plug my microphone in. So I don't know what's happened, guys. Oh dear, the camera's froze. It's disconnected now. Yeah, I'm back. I am back. I think I lost most people. I think I had too many windows open trying to get hold of those scores from the FA. I'll just move this around to see if this is going to change. I'll turn that off. But okay, it's not going to be much of a longer show if no one is going to come on and give me reports from other games, I'm afraid. I'm here twice. Let me remove myself. See, I've got so yeah, the stream has messed up a bit, guys. But anyway, whilst I'm here, I will give you a little review of the game, very, very briefly. Pretty much all City. Everton made 6 or 7 changes, and it was pretty much all City all game long. But Everton took the lead against the run of play. Really surprised. City had so many early chances, but Everton got a breakaway goal. I think that's the first mistake Demi Stokes has made all season for me. But they got that lead, and City worked really, really hard to get that back. Second half, City once again all on top, and Everton were really, really under the cosh. City got a goal after 51 minutes. Rose Lavelle in her first start for City. Everton made some, it was 1-1. Everton made some big subs. You got Poppy Patterson and Valerie Govanon, top players. Karen Barnsley, the keeper, had to make some smart saves at the near post after 58 and 68 minutes. Izzy Christensen come on. Everton, I thought they were really going for it. I Blackburn Blu-ray. Everton really going for it, and after 75 minutes, Stanley crosses for Corey Kelly. It was a fantastic run to get to that ball and cross it in. And then near injury time, Jess Bart scores from a tight angle. So yeah, we've had a few glitches today, Blackpool Blu-ray, on this live stream, which won't last too much longer. I think we'll end up, because of obviously the glitches, and everybody's gone away because of those glitches. I was hoping to get a few people on to give a review of the game. Sadly, the issues are the Everton guy who's going to come on, he has to work, so he couldn't come on. And and Sarah, the Everton lady who helped us with the preview, she works for the club, so she's at doing work for the club tonight. And other games, people haven't even been able to watch them. So the Chelsea-Arsenal game, no one could watch that. No one could watch that. Liverpool, Man United, Liverpool don't have any fans for the women's game. And Man United, and they lose, they disappear. Doesn't matter, Faris. You'll learn, man. You'll learn. The women's game is exciting. It's getting into more people's minds. More people are watching it. More people are commenting on it. Apart from on this channel, obviously, no one's here. But no, more people are watching it, and especially now that we're in the this international break, it's an opportunity for people to watch more women's football, because you either watch the internationals or you watch women's football or lower league, really lower league football. And since I've been a season card holder, this is my second. Well, it would have been my second season at the club, being a season card holder. No, third season actually. I had won the first season. I had one last season. Did I have one last? I certainly had one last season. I think I had one the season before, but I could hardly ever go to games. That's always the problem, trying to follow both teams. But there you go. It is going to be a short stream, guys, if no one's around, sadly. I wanted this to be just about the women's football. We get enough videos on men's football. Even today, you've had a video on men's football, and you'll get one every day. But we're trying to boost the women's football. We just need people to come on and contribute just a little bit, and that will make a huge difference in the promotion of women's football. FA have got to do something, and hopefully one day they will. Let's see if I can at least pull up some results. It would be nice to see some results. Let's see. No, FA have not done anything. So, the only way I got the Arsenal result was by going on Twitter, following Arsenal's Twitter as they lost that game. Otherwise, I just see. Maybe the BBC will have something, but we'll just check. Just check the results, and that's about it. I think that will be the show for tonight. Once I check the results to see if at least the BBC have given some information on the women's team's women's football. Let's just have a quick look. And the BBC have done nothing. It is pathetic. The BBC now, the two women's games, the Chelsea women and the Chelsea, Arsenal, City, Everton, they've definitely finished half an hour ago. Durham and Coventry, I suspect they finished as well half an hour ago. No updates on the BBC. No updates at all. It is pretty poor. I've got to say, I'm disappointed with everybody. Let's have a chat with Blackburn. I really like Jess back and Chloe Kelly tonight. They put a shift in, as did Demi Stokes. Yeah, Demi Stokes, it feels really bad to say this, but she did make a mistake. It's a bit of a mistake, and also it's a good bit of play from the Everton player on the right, where she dummied him, dummied her. She dropped her shoulder. Demi went that way, and she let the ball go past her. And then Demi was always playing catch up. Cross came in. I don't know how they had two men in our box when we had one. You can't blame the defender there. I think she slipped as well. But you can't really blame her. And, someone's about 10 yards out, gets the ball and just puts it past the keeper. You can't blame the keeper for that. It's disappointing that you couldn't get any replays. So if you're making notes, you had to make your notes and hope you got them right, because there were no replays. And then you have to hope, was it Rob McCaffrey I forgot his name now. I forgot his name now. Anyway, you have to hope that the commentator gets it right themselves. I remember watching a game in France, and they said that Liam Delap had scored a second goal against Bournemouth, and actually it was Phil Foden, and you could tell the difference. Liam Delap's about 6 foot or something, and Phil Foden's about 5'7". It is a massive difference. But the French commentator said it was Liam Delap who'd scored the second goal. So you have to sometimes rely on them, and you're relying here as well on people to get the results and to get the, who scored the goals and how it's gone right, because it's not easy. As I said, I thought Jess Park had done that run and cross for the second goal, and it was Georgie Stanway. It's because, as I said, Alistair Mann, that's it. I knew I began with A, Alistair Mann, because I had to put my screen down because I'd missed this, some notifications, some emails. So I had to make my screen smaller so I couldn't expand it. So it was even more difficult. Chris, I'm not worried about Mendy, Chris. This is the women's football tonight. This is the Continental Cup review show. It's almost over. It's going to finish now. I think that's the stream. We tried something new. We tried something different, and didn't work. Didn't work the way I thought. But I'm half tempted to come on and do a normal live stream on men's football. But no, Blackpool, I think they just rested her. We can't keep playing. I've not heard anything about that. Chris, it's not the thing is, Chris, the Continental Cup is done on a group in groups and local groups. So in the groups, we've got let me tell you, you've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I think 22 teams by the looks of things, according to the BBC, unless there's some games night yesterday and night tomorrow. So I think there's 22 teams in the Continental Cup. Which is a bit odd. There might be 23 because I'm trying to work it out. You've got 12 teams in the Women's Super League, and I think the second division you've got 11. So there might be 23 in the Continental Cup. But the way it works is it's in a group. So in the Group D, which is where City are, I think it's Group D or C, but Group C, you've got Liverpool, Man United, Man City, and Everton. What a group that is! And actually, when you look at it, there's not many northern women's teams. You've got Durham, who are a bit unlucky because they don't have anyone local, and Sheffield United. I suspect they're all in the same group. Then up north, you've got Blackburn, and that's it. You've got some Midlands teams like Birmingham and Aston Villa, and Coventry. But then look where everybody else is: Tottenham, London City, Chelsea, Arsenal, Brighton, West Ham, Reading, Charlton, Bristol out west, London Bees, Crystal Palace, Lewes. So most teams are southern based. I guess that's just the way it is. It's the ladies' equivalent of the League Cup, but it's in a different format, obviously, by having the groups. But guys, okay, we try something new. We'll stick at it. It's not over yet. It's not over till the fat lady sings. I think next time I will try and absolutely Blackburn Blue. There's not many northern teams. You've got to be in a big city basically, and if you see how many clubs are around London, that's where it is. But we'll try this again for the next round. I think that's before we play the FA Cup final on the 1st of November. And next time I will try and get 3 or 4 people lined up so we can do it. But obviously, Arsenal and Chelsea, they didn't have any game. They couldn't watch it. So I can understand why some of their fans wouldn't come on because they can't watch games. But we tried it. As I said, we tried it. We'll try it again. We're not going to give up just yet. Women's football is on the up and we want to be part of it. So guys, thanks for joining us. Shame we had a freeze in the middle. Me trying to find the scores and it just made the laptop crash. So I'm on another laptop. But guys, look after yourselves. We'll see you all tomorrow. See you around. City fans and fans of any football club. Check it out.